In this video, we will be talking about the Wilcoxon Rank Test and how to use it in SPSS. The Wilcoxon test is a non-parametric test that uses ordinal data and is limited to 2 sample dependent. That is why it is similar to the t-test of matched pairs. So let's get started. Example number 1. The strength of lifters were tested and were classified into 2 groups, powerlifters and strongman. As you can see, these are related to each other. Test to see if there is a difference in strength within the 2 groups. The table below shows their strength measurements. Now it might not be clear. This whole category is under lifters. That is why powerlifter and strongman are related. Imagine this to be, if this were iPhone versions, this would be iPhone 10, this would be iPhone 11. That means iPhone 10 and iPhone 11 are dependent variables, they are matched pairs, and the main group would be Apple phones. Test to see if there is a difference in strength with the 2 groups. The table below shows their strength measurements. Difference between 2 matched pairs. The null hypothesis would be there is no difference in strength measurements, therefore they are the same. The alternate hypothesis would be there is a difference in strength measurements. Now let's try to do this in SPSS. I'll go to variable view and create 2 variables, one for the powerlifter, the other for the strongman. The measurement would be ordinal, since we are dealing with non-parametric statistics. Now to analyze these pairs, go to Analyze, Non-Parametric Tests, Legacy Dialogues, 2 Related Samples, because they are related. Test pairs, variable 1 goes to powerlifter, variable 2 goes to strongman. Make sure the test type is Wilcoxon, and hit OK. You will be given 2 tables. Now to answer the problem, you're going to use the test statistics table. As you can see, the p-value is equal to 0.02, which is less than 0.05. When the p-value is less than 0.05, we reject the null hypothesis. Therefore, the decision would be to reject the null hypothesis. The conclusion would be the data provided sufficient evidence that there is a difference in strength measurements. Now let's try another problem. Example number 2. Determine whether the battery life of an electric car is different between 2 manufacturing firms, Tesla and Delta. So, the main category is manufacturing firms. The matched pairs is Tesla and Delta. The table below shows the record of their battery life in hours. So let's input the data in SPSS. Let's go to variable view, create 2 variables, Tesla, Delta. Let's make sure that these are in ordinal measurement. Data view, let's input the data. Same procedure. We go to Analyze, Non-Parametric Test, Legacy Dialogues, 2 Related Samples. Remove these pairs. Input this test pair. Now it doesn't matter which order you put it in. Delta could be here, Tesla could be here. Make sure the test type is Wilcoxon. Hit OK. Now look at the test statistic. The p-value is equal to 0.01, which is less than 0.05. Therefore, we reject the null hypothesis. Our decision would be to reject the null hypothesis. Our conclusion would be the data provided sufficient evidence that there is a difference in battery life among the two matched pairs. What if the p-value is greater than 0.05? In that case, we do not reject the null hypothesis, we accept it. That would be the decision. And the conclusion would be that the data did not provide sufficient evidence that there is a difference in the battery life. The data did not provide a sufficient evidence that there is a difference in battery life. So that's it for this video. For more SPSS tutorials and statistics, save this playlist and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.